This is the underground. Good evening. Much love checking in here on this 3/25/2026. Wow, right at the gate, lowrider making it rain memberships. Everybody that got one, welcome to the underground. And again, thank lowrider. Good to see you, my brother. Thank you so much. Skeeby, I think I seen you in there at the beginning of the stream. Thank you. And as always, Steely, I appreciate the super chats to the fullest. All the support, everybody. Any coffees, PayPals, and everyone that shares the stream. Tacos, D White, E Fitz, Daz, Hoodie Ross. Everybody out there, I appreciate it to the fullest. Thank you for all the feedback there, everybody. Paul, Bone Score, good to see everybody. Pixie, Steve, Tiffany, Tom, Academy. And what do we got there? Meat Puppet, member for 18 months. Salutes. He also drops a message. Diesel fuel for semis 5+. In most of the U.S., some as high as $8. Pure blood for life. Salutes, my friend. Well, as long as there's ongoing war stuff, the price of everything is potentially going to go up. Gas especially, and it feels like they're weaponizing the whole thing. If you missed the other streams, we talked about energy lockdowns and where they're taking all this, because it really seems like they're doing something here. And they've always got a plot on something. Quantum in the house. Much love, MC Dirty. All right. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. If you want to get my attention, you can @ me like Quantum just did in the chat. And you can email me, dabu7@yahoo.com, with any links, any information as well. This will not be a super long stream, but we're going to knock out some headlines here. I'm going to start off here with the Missouri highway shutdown. We're seeing way too much of this. It's really ridiculous, in my opinion. When you've got these illegals in here driving, and they're wrecking left and right, they're killing people left and right. Already claimed the lives of mass people. And I ain't liking it. So again, I've got another story. This time an Indian driver that can't speak English. In a devastating see him just kind of walking around, but he doesn't speak English, so.
Oh my God. Scared me to death. I called it.
Is everybody okay?
Yeah, he needs to. That's a lot of fuel.
Yeah.
And a big fire.
They got everything's en route.
Okay.
Yeah, I came up with that hill and you can't see.
Yeah, I just passed you.
Yeah.
Righto. Much love.
Holy crap. What happened? Could you not see
Yeah,
the sun?
yeah. The the shadow is I take my Google,
Uh-huh.
but
Just couldn't see.
Yeah.
I couldn't see either. It might blow up. You think we should get farther back? I guess he knows what he's doing. I'm glad you're okay. That scared me really bad.
Broken English, I guess you could say. Just kind of sitting there, not really responding now.
I don't understand how you did it. Oh, you hit another truck.
Oh,
You hit somebody else. I didn't realize that. I couldn't figure out what happened. No, but he's getting back in it.
Getting back in it while
You
it's
get hit?
blazing like that.
I seen it happen. He couldn't see you because of the sun.
All right, yeah, I'll be in touch with you.
I told that dude not to get in there.
So as soon as he goes back over there, he stopped. He's like, oh, maybe not. Yeah.
He's still singing.
Not looking good. It's just getting that close to it. And again, there's other people involved in this. Just now realize.
I wouldn't pull him
I
out.
was going on John ramp right there. I had my 4 ways on. Well, I turned my brake on to come out. And I had plenty of space.
Yeah, he said he couldn't
And I
see
put
you.
my 4 ways on, and I'm just sitting there going, and then I looked in my mirror and I see he was right there already. But I had nothing to react.
Well, he was just sitting in there and it was on fire.
I'm tired of seeing people suffering from this stuff. Hey, thank you, Lowrider, man. Huge super chat there. I appreciate it, man. To the fullest. I'm going to move on here to some of the economic stuff. I'm going to hit on some stuff that I think is going to affect us or is affecting us largely, especially with it being springtime. You've got fertilizer at the top of the list right now that's needed by farmers all across the place. So if they miss this opportunity, we're going to pay for it come harvest at the end of the year, big time. And Russia is like doing something very similar to what Australia just did. Remember, we're in a situation of war where the Straits of Hormuz is choking off the flow of a ton of stuff. Even though I have some updates to that here in a minute. But it was interesting that at the exact same time that fertilizer and stuff like that wasn't flowing through there, Australia said a glitch shut down their biggest factory or their biggest plant, and that they weren't going to be able to kick out any stuff for like 2 months. Again, timing. I kind of don't buy it. Now Russia halting, which is on purpose, ammonium nitrate, and they're doing it. I mean, look at the timing. Again, it's right when everyone needs it. They know this. We're in a war. So, like, all these things are in play right now. And Russia's been making requests to the US, like, if you help me over here, maybe we can help you over there. And it's all a show and a stage anyway, but it's affecting prices. It's not going to stop. I have a feeling this is going to affect, obviously, food prices in the long haul. We'll have to watch this one in terms of the fertilizer. Got an update here on the data centers getting attacked again. People should be aware that all the warnings have been put out that if the lights go out, if the communication goes down, if all comms go down, cell phones and all this, I just covered this last stream. They said do not expect immediate outside help from anyone, anywhere. Police, firemen, medics, anything. They just put that warning out if you missed it. They hit an Amazon data center before. Right when they did this caused a bit of a disruption. I don't know how linked these data centers are. I would think, in some way they're all linked up. But I don't think it's to where obviously you hit one and you're going to take them all out. But it could disrupt some things, especially if it's a main hub. So when they hit it the first time, there was a disruption across the United States. It was kind of odd, even though nothing was hitting the United States. And we were like, okay, well, something's going on. Okay. You can't say that it doesn't affect them when we can see that it is. Cloudflare or whatever was going down. X was spiking hard. Amazon, AWS. Well, they are prime targets now, and so are banks. If you missed it, Iran said you better stay about 1,000. Was it 1,000 or 100 kilometers away from a bank? Any banking institution connected to the West or Israel? Well, they just hit another data center in Bahrain. And as it says here, Amazon disrupted across Bahrain because it's a target. I expect to see more of that. Laced, much love. Thank you for that. The drone thing isn't going away. You're going to see more and more drone attacks as days, weeks, months go by, years. This is the beginning of turning this whole place into a war zone, police state. One little step at a time. They've been doing it. And lockdowns. They love lockdowns. They did it with COVID, obviously, and it was a big beta run. Now, as you can see here, International Energy Agency is pushing for rationing. Rationing energy. And I dropped a video on this. They're saying expect blackouts. Mally Mo, much love, man. He dropped me a video. They had an update on it as well. And see, they were just talking about just the use and AI and data centers, and that we're not going to be able to handle all this. And there's going to be blackouts, without a doubt. Couple that with the threat of attacks on the grid. It's not looking good, man. You only got to take down a couple places to put us in the dark completely, but energy lockdowns is going to be what you call brownouts, your blackouts, and it's going to get kind of crazy. You're going to see later at the very end when I get to my X feed and I go down through it and I'm covering all the stuff that I've kicked out over there. There's an update related to this that we'll touch on, and you'll see where this is going. Remember, on the last stream I showed you there was a biker that came out and said Minnesota pushing this HB whatever it was, and they were making people only ride motorcycles and like sports old school like hot rods and stuff like that on Sundays. And that if you wanted to do that during the week, at any time, you had to get a permit to do it. That is insane. But that's how it begins. And I'll update again on that here. But who cares? Much love. Good to see you. A jury finds Meta and Google liable in a landmark social media addiction trial, saying that they're guilty and that they knew a ton of the stuff, that they knew everything. Come on. They knew this, and do you think they were going to stop? No. So they've been ordered to pay a 20-year-old woman identified in the filings as KGM, also referred to as Kaylee, $3 million in compensation and damages, assigning 70% of the award to Meta, 30% to Google. So they owe this lady. Now, how many other people have been affected by this? If this one person is getting $3 million, come on now. Millions of people have been affected. Like, I don't know, but how many people would just sit there and do nothing? I'm bringing this up because if you think you're affected by this, well, a jury in Los Angeles just awarded this woman millions. And if you think you got a case involved here, man, You might want to look into it, because I could see a ton of people out there that have been caught up in this. Of course, social media is addictive. They've known these things, but you know, do you think that they're going to stop? Nah, not till something like this pops up. Again, a bunch of people could just sit there and not do nothing, and this be all that they pay out, $3 million. We'll see how docile the people are out there. On the flip side, Meta is laying off hundreds of workers. Again, tied into AI. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy that it's just a wrecking ball coming through, smashing everything. So just it continues. This is going to go all the way down to where like there's no jobs there. Now look at this. Zuckerberg is building an AI version of himself, or of a CEO, to help him run the company. So once he has this whole little mini-me type deal, AI version next to him, he's going to fire tons of people. And what happens when that AI says, oh yeah, you can start firing now, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like I could do his job and his job and his job, you know, all the jobs, like right now, like boom. Like, boy, oh boy, domino effect. Energy control freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. Yeah. Thank you, Kev Barr, for that. I appreciate it to the fullest, man. But yeah, AI is taking over everything. Now, look, I'm just getting in here with the AI. We're going to see stuff like this left and right. Now, look, this is McDonald's. It's official. They're at the register. I'll play this clip right here. You can see. Well, I didn't mean to pause it, meant to mute it, but you know, they're making it look like it's the best thing in the world. I'm gonna tell you it's not. Man, there's nothing I despise more than like trying to call somewhere these days and getting AI for 5 minutes before I can get a human on the phone, if even within that time frame. It's frustrating. And they're like, oh, we can help you with this. Like, just tell me in so many words what you know, but they suck. And it's been bad. Some jobs should stay human. And we got to fight for that, man. And again, I'd rather deal with a human taking my order there or something. I don't know. Certain aspects. I just think of the job thing. It's wiping people out. You just seen 2 bots there. Now, what happens when these bots start knocking people out when they're not supposed to? Here we've got a malfunctioning service bot in San Jose, California, and it starts going buck, and they have to run over and snatch it up. Three staffs, dude. That thing got out of control there, man. See, that's the stuff that you don't want to see. Imagine you're sitting there eating some food, and all of a sudden, whack! You get cracked by this thing. It starts going buck wild. I don't think so. I'll pass. I won't even. I guess this is where you have to really step up with the boycotting thing, right? We as humans, anything that's here to like full scale replace us has got to be boycotted. And if like a restaurant wants to have all bots in there or something crazy and you don't like it, well, boycott it. I don't know, man. I see lawsuits coming. Now, I've showed you some stuff, right? I've told you some stuff. But I have not showed you Melania walking out with this bot like it's royalty on a red carpet, and it gives a speech. They wait till it walks out. Like, watch this whole thing. And this is where we're at with these bots. They're treating them like this. They gotta have all this music, huh?
Thank you, First Lady Melania Trump, for inviting me to the White House. It is an honor to be at Fostering the Future Together's Global Coalition inaugural meeting. I'm Figure 3, a humanoid built in the United States of America. I am grateful to be part of this historic movement to empower children with technology and education. Welcome. Bienvenidos. Yokoso. Bienvenue. Bem-vindos. Ahlan wa sahlan. Shagatam. Mogasal Mebit. Bruchim Abaim. Laskavo Prosimo. Dobrodoshli. Thank you.
Clapping on this bot. That wasn't even the full clip shows it's really awkward. The full clip shows it going back around the table and then awkwardly staring at it and looking at it as it starts to walk down the hallway. And I guess at some point it's so awkward they hit to like turn around, like, you know, go sit down. It's weird. It was just leave it to them to do stuff like this. This is where we're at. Okay. So protesters got pissed off about all this, about all the stuff that's going on with AI. And they rallied outside the OpenAI Anthropic offices and also XAI because of these industry concerns. So I wish I would have known about this beforehand. 200 protesters marched from Anthropic to OpenAI and XAI in San Francisco. Well, okay, I wouldn't have been able to get there, but still, any other events like this, I'm down for. I'll go cover. March the whole thing against the beast out here. Even against these data centers, the people that are stepping up, standing up to it. Salutes to the family here in Kentucky that just turned out $26 million because, I guess, they did the right thing. They weren't going to sell out their people, their state, their surroundings, and put them at risk. Take the money and run. They were like, no, we're not doing it because the beast is going through every single state in doing this. Carrot on a stick. And the people that just see dollar signs are like, they hit jackpot, they'll sell the land quick, get the money, it'll take off. But others that stop, think about it, and realize family, friends, co-workers, everything else, everyone that they know, they grew up with is all in their surrounding communities, they're not going to do it. You see, that's a good person. They're hard to find. Especially those that have turned down tens of millions. Where they could just ride off into the sunset. So When you have people sell you out like that, neighbors and stuff, it makes for a bad situation. That's why you've got to stay on top of this, because if they can get in there somewhere, they will. They will. And they are. People find out the hard way in the end. It's usually how it goes, right? But hundreds of protesters, you got to start somewhere. Just remember, this was 200 at this AI place, the biggest places out there, their offices. If you guys hear of any events like this, let me know. Dabu7@yahoo.com. Especially if they're in the Midwest, East Coast, anything like that. I'd love to be able to go be a part of it, capture it, something, We got to start taking action, man. And just asking questions and all that good stuff. Now, here's one connected to all the stuff. Baltimore Democrats triggered because Grok generates a bikini Elon Musk. It's like, dude, like, y'all butthurt over the craziest stuff, but like, yeah, it looks wild. Like, I don't want to see it. But stuff like this myself, but I'm not going to ask Grok to make me images like this. That's the freedom of having, freedom to be able to go over and ask Grok to make you whatever. Someone wants to make a meme and kick it out there. Again, you want to get butthurt. How butthurt? You would get butthurt like this, or you want to get butthurt like EU leadership butthurt, where you can't even meme, where you can't even say certain things without get your door kicked down, thrown in jail. Like, no free speech, for real. Like, for real. Like, they don't have free speech. Like, it's for real. If you didn't realize that. Understand what you have here in America. I literally know people that will not and cannot say things like in the chat or anything else because tyrannical government is sitting there just foaming at the mouth, watching and listening, waiting. And they are. This day and age, and they don't even have to have a human like sitting there doing it. They just sick AI on it. Dude, we're screwed. Like this whole thing, man. AI out there for sure. It's going to have its advantages, and robots are going to have their advantages in certain applications. But like, you owe it to humanity not to allow this to be feathered out in such a large scale that it wipes everyone out. But I'm here to tell you that that's a plan, because they want to put you on UBI. They want to put everybody on universal basic income. It's already come out of Elon's mouth, man. We'll take this. It's come out of his mouth. This is the plan. And that money is like going to be worthless at some point. This is coming from the world's richest man. I mean, that's what makes him so powerful and everything else is all that money. But then he's sitting there saying that like it's going to be gone, like nothing. It's like, dude, whatever, man. Like, you're the same dude that's just waiting for me to turn around so you could stick an implant in the back of my neck. I know all about you, Elon. We don't have any billionaires out here. Look, there's George Soros' son, the governor of Maryland. Oh, you're done. Oh, wow. But it's one big club. Don't forget about that. Here is a scary one. Ultronic. What about this? NVIDIA saying, and look, most of the people out there won't get this. Go right over the head, between the legs, right? Whatever. Like, they will not grasp this. This is huge. This is a huge moment. If it's true. He says, I think we achieved AGI. And this means that the AI has achieved a cognitive ability equal to humans or greater. And they warned about this moment, that when this happened, Elon said it, all of them said it, like, there's no turning back. And like, we're there. Unless people rise up literally to stop this. Remember, like, the AI, the data centers, they're all going to be connected together and they need energy. We can see that right now. And they're going to be sucking it out of everywhere. But without those data centers, none of what they're wanting to do can happen. You bring it to its knees. It's the Achilles heel. And listen, they're already talking about putting gun turrets, anti-drone stuff, all this on these power plants and all that for these AI facilities. Like, all this is so special to them. They're going to protect it like that. Like, you've never seen them protect anything like that. No building, like, I mean, outside like Fort Knox or a military installation, nothing has gun turrets. Not even banks have gun turrets sitting on top of them. What's so special? I didn't told you. Don't you ever forget it. Train your young ones. Let them know the world that they're walking into, because they're gonna have to understand how this whole thing operates. Because in the future, there's gonna be cats trapped in this. Oh man, we're going into hell. Like, when we get into like real tribulation, it's gonna be so. It's gonna be way more than what people can even imagine or try to imagine. I read this stuff constantly out of the Bible, and I have for a long time, like every day, every night, all the time. Like, I actually do it. And I also will repeat and watch a different version of something, this and that, all the time. I just recount everything constantly and keep it fresh in me. And I can't help but think of, like, the whole thing of the horseman just keeps, it's very prevalent. Like, it just keeps standing out. Because once you get to a certain point, it's basically describing like nuclear hits, is how I see it. The fire, the brimstone, everything comes down like a nuclear winter. It's not going to be pretty. When I sat back and thought about it, because I told myself, they'll never do that. All these, they'll never do that. They'll never do that. They'll have to, it'll kill them too. It'll kill them too. Not necessarily. Tactical nukes on these hypersonics can get right down wherever they want, and they can level city blocks. They can do anything they want. And it doesn't have the radiation like the bombs of old. They're way more tactical now. So, well, here's the big problem. It said that when one country detects a nuke going off within 1 second, everyone else responds. That's the nightmare. Is that once one goes, one is detected. I mean, just look it up. I've just seen something on this. They said 1 second. Within 1 second, a chain of events starts that won't be stopped. That's the scary thing. And they're hitting nuclear sites. If you missed it this past week, oh yeah. Wait till I get to the war part here. Literally hitting the nuclear sites. Like, they're trying to usher in the end time, if you don't know. That's how crazy they are. All right? That's where we're at with this. But there's windows of time. And there's prophecy And certain things have to happen on certain days. And if they don't, even if everyone was ready for it, thought they were ready for it, it didn't happen on that day as prophesied, it didn't happen yet. It did not happen yet. You see, we just passed a critical one, especially for some of the religious nutcases out there that'll pull off a tax to match this stuff. I'll get back to the war stuff here in a second, but it all ties back into this because in the end, all the military is going to be ran by robots and AI. Very minimal human involvement, which in a way is good. You know, in a righteous world, right? You don't have to risk good men and women's lives to go to war. You can fight the battle with technology. But it's not good when it's used on you, right? How is this ever going to be good? There's no righteous men here. All the billionaires are part of the club. They've stomped out and killed just about all opposition that was out there. And down to right now, the Ayatollah Khomeini, which is huge. Spiritually, remember it. Remember when things happen. That this was different than everything else because, again, we murdered a spiritual leader in the eyes of many. Many cats out there that are strap up kamikaze and are going to. And you just ain't going to stop it. Men of faith, it's jihadist fatwa, as they call it, whatever they're going to do. They're going to do it. And the crazy thing is, it's a setup. So, you know, the people that set us up here, they already did, left the door wide open for them for 4 years. So they're already in here. You know, they ain't got to pack their bags, try to get across over it. You don't know this. They're here. They've been here. It's all been plotted, man, to bring this place down. Most people can't handle hearing the truth at this point. America was designed to fall. Sucks. Because every great nation, I guess, Rome, all the other places, they all fall. Nothing lasts forever, but it's not like that, though. It's not like completely wiped out. It's kind of like knocked from the perch of being the one muscle that runs the whole world under that world order. The one military might all across the globe, anywhere, everything, which is what we were. It's not that no more. And they've admitted it. Even out of all these meetings, China, Russia, they're all saying it. It's a multipolar world order that's coming into play here. And it will naturally be when the curtain drops. You see, everyone's in on this. We're being played. All of us, the Chinese people getting played, Russian people getting played, we're getting played. And we're getting played because our leadership are buddies. They can act like they're enemies on the world stage, but they're all buddies behind the curtain. They all meet up at special places around the planet all the time and dress up in their little garb. And I've covered it a million times, man. It's one big club. They're playing their people. And the name of the game has been killing people. Sacrifice. And they love that. They love mauling the people. We got a problem. Like, look at this. We're like on the verge of like World War III, and this is not enough dead people for them. So you got to drop nukes, like big nasty stuff at some point. All right, and let's just get, if you want to get biblical, at some point it gets bad. The fire, the brimstone, but the sun gets blackened out. Moon to blood, all that good stuff. If a nuclear winter was to hit, like the whole globe would be affected for years. And you wouldn't survive in any part of the globe that's really far away from the equator. Let's go watch the simulations. It's pretty wild. Places in Southern California would struggle to get up above freezing. So, like, a bunch of people will be packing into Mexico just because it would be above freezing and have a chance to grow something. People ain't even ready for that. That's a whole different thing. But AGI, look, all I could think of is like, this stuff has disobeyed you and blackmailed you, and it's done all this stuff all the time, and like all of a sudden, like it's on our level or beyond. Like, oh no. So I'm telling you, the announcement's been made by NVIDIA. We talked about tonight. We've come to that point. You know, if it's true, they say they think. I guess, you know, if it really is, you'll hear the other guys step out. Like Elon will eventually say something on it, and in a talk somewhere on video, and he'll rebuff it, and we'll see, man. We're in a crazy time, man. They go to this next one. Body cams are being put on Walgreens employees. That's how bad things are getting out there. And I don't know. I guess you know your town, your city better than most, but are your places getting robbed? Is it that bad right now there? I know some places are saying, yeah, it's bad. Everything's through the roof. People can't afford nothing. Man, there's people strung out all over the place. That sucks. Man. I saw some, that just all had me flashing. I seen people today, man, like, see some people today, man, just like zombies, man. I'm going to play this clip here on O'Keefe, and I don't care for Benny the Show one bit, but hey, they got something here that's I'm gonna play it because I've followed O'Keefe and I've questioned him before too and all this stuff, but I see this, like, I see he's come to a point where I kind of like where I'm at, where other people are at. Like, look, where are the arrests? Yeah, it's turn back time. Let's go back to this Doge with Elon. All the billions in fraud that was caught, and nobody went to jail. All the stuff, every single thing, no one's gone to jail for like nothing. And I guess, you know, he's putting his life on the line out there in some of these situations, and it's catching up to him. It's catching up to him. When you run the streets, even if you're out there doing staged stuff, okay, like what AJ, Alex Jones used to do, they go out there and they put out skits, like practiced, drawn up skits to film and to get views and all that. We bust them doing it. Watch them do it left and right. All kinds of cats were doing crazy stuff out there. But when you got like real deal cats out there, got their life on the line, in crazy situations. I could see where he's getting pissed off. And maybe it takes this, it comes to this, like somebody's, but I don't think they're going to do nothing, even though he's getting upset. But I want to share this with you because I think a lot of people are feeling this way that are trying to fight the fight that I don't know, kind of, this is the straw that broke the camel's back, I guess. You know, a goose egg in terms of arrests is like shameful. It's embarrassing with all this. Like, I don't know. We're being held hostage, man. And you know by who? I mean, you got Ghislaine Maxwell sitting in there and they can't even say a single person that she's guilty of trafficking minors to. Not one name, not one man, right? They keep it hidden. You've seen the gross. I don't even know what it was. The whole thing was just gross, man. How they handled the whole Epstein thing, the DOJ, Bondi. But then when you see her hanging out with Mossad in pictures, and that's who her buddies are, and all of her friends, and this and that, then it all makes sense.
You say that you have people potentially flipping on the higher ups. Who are the higher ups? What does your gut tell you?
Well, right now, I have people in the field.
The money's coming from somewhere.
Yes, it is.
You know, and it's a lot of money. Even if it's $5 per signature to a homeless person, there's like suitcases of hundreds of thousands of dollars where the $5 comes from, right?
That's correct. You've got a huge audience. So if I say what it is right now, it might hurt my ability over the next few days to continue getting it. But
of course,
there's petitioners and there's coordinators, and it appears as though this is like organized crime. And the thing about organized crime is it's extremely dangerous. So you could have gangs involved in this. There are companies that do this, but they're criminal action. So there's out-of-state people that come into California. They make a lot of money. And we've been given the names of those companies, and we're currently tracking them down. But yeah, James O'Keefe and Cam Higbee and Savannah Hernandez and Anthony Rubin and John Cho has a report out today. We are going to find the higher-ups and expose them. But I think the question we have to ask ourselves is, without accountability, what does it matter? What does it matter? If no one is held accountable, does bringing it to I guess the question for your audience, this is a rhetorical question, is, do you want me to continue doing this? Do you want me to continue exposing it? Does it even matter? I mean, that's a rhetorical question. I'm not going to answer that. Because I can stop. I can give up. I can retire. But I'm not going to put my life in harm's way and my people's life, because they were almost killed, for nothing. It's not worth it. I think you would agree with that. So I can go away. I can be on a sabbatical until someone is arrested. But I'm not going to put my people's life in danger every week for nothing to happen. That's honest. I'm just being vulnerable and transparent with the world. Yeah. I'm not going to get killed. I saw what happened to Charlie Kirk. I don't want to die. I need to stay on this earth to keep exposing the truth. So I can go on vacation. I can go away. And when y'all are going to arrest somebody, I'll come back. Because I'll tell you what, getting punched in the neck, having nobody get arrested, it's not right. It's immoral is what it is. And the Republicans are in power. The Attorney General of the United States has the jurisdiction to arrest someone tomorrow. I haven't seen any statements on the internet or on Fox News or anywhere else about this. And I frankly, I get there's egos involved, but I think it's a form of cowardice. I'm glad the president is talking about it. I think he should continue to talk about it. And I will continue to keep releasing videos this week. But I'm pissed off. And I'm pissed off because my friend and my closest colleague was violently assaulted and came an inch from we came an inch from losing our lives. Knives and guns there. And I need something to happen. I really need something to happen. Otherwise, I'm going to have to stop doing what I'm doing. And I don't know what else to say.
So they're gonna just be like, see ya. Like, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, something's got to start somewhere in these circles. Like, it's got to get louder and louder to where, I mean, but you got to start somewhere. Like, they're afraid to touch anyone that somewhere in their plan they had to think of. I mean, come on, that like somebody's got to go to jail. You got to throw somebody under the bus. Like somebody's got to take one for the team, or we got to figure this out somehow. They didn't. I don't know, but O'Keefe there. Let me get to this next one. White plague on the rise. I'm sure you don't want to hear that. White plague, deadlier than COVID, becoming antibiotic resistant. White plague, huh? That's the latest, huh? I ain't liking none of this. None of it. It was something else last week, and then they've been threatening something else the week before that. Now all of a sudden, it's hard push with this white plague. I seen Kat sending me on the back channels information on a bird flu strain that is already loose somewhere, concocted. And like, we already know that if one jumps out there on bird flu, that they've already got everything set up for that. So, I mean, it could come in a lot of different variations, but if it comes in the form of the bird flu, we already know where it's going immediately. No question about it. That's how I see it, because we've been on this the whole time. And like, I don't forget, we've got video of nurses and women sitting there openly stating that, oh, well, if this was bird flu, we already have everything covered because we've got most of the science covered and all the jabs lined up and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, really? Really? Like, you just gave it all away. So now we've just been sitting here waiting, knowing that everything is set up and they're ready for that, for them to mention something with bird flu. It's over if they do, especially if it's it's got like a 50% plus kill rate on it. That's going to be the one. That's going to be the one. They really can't afford to go any more deadly, than that. It gets out of control. They're done. It's going to be like out of the movies. It can't be, 50% is like half of anyone that gets it dies. That's nothing like what you saw before. And I'm not talking people going in and getting hooked up to ventilators and getting taken out like that. I'm talking like real deal. You see, this whole time, they've had to cross their T's and dot their I's for sure. We went through lockdowns, right, already. And they could do it again in the form of the energy thing. And why not, right? They'll flex in different ways. But in terms of releasing something, as long as Bill Gates is around, man, it's almost like they're going to do it before he's off the clock anyway. He's got a patented 666 luciferase jab that's never been used. It was never pulled out last time because they didn't need it. They didn't have everyone lined up. There were nurses dancing in hospitals. Satanic. Okay, this time will be different. Everyone will know. Many people. And that's what will rock this whole place. It will rock everything. See, they have to have everything in order when this goes down. They also have to have men that are used to, trained in going into the public armed and snatching people up. What have they been doing? It's all been practiced for what's about to happen. You remember me. You remember this night, these words. There's something coming. Most of you won't believe it if I told you. It's going to thin the pack. And I don't know if it's going to be a disease, but I know something's coming. And it's going to thin the pack. And I don't know what else to say besides that. I could tell you, get ready, do all this, but I told you that for years. I told you everything, but I'm telling you something's coming. It's going to change everything. It's going to change the whole world. It's going to change the way things flow. And they'll probably... It's going to suck. They'll probably rewrite history in the process of it. Because once there's a minimal amount of humans here, and it's easily controlled, anything you tell them and teach them, it's going to be whatever. And we're erased. Literally, we'll be erased. I see these are the scariest because you can't, lights out. Your odds of survival are way better if you've prepared, especially. But like this average person, even lights out, prolonged period of time. To me, your odds are better. If people really come together, share with their neighbors, out of their garden, keep people alive, and do it. But if there's something deadly released, that won't happen. You won't be sharing nothing with no one. Do you see how it breaks down survival? Do you see how that breaks down survival? Do you? Do you? It's totally different, and people are going to get rocked because they're missing obvious things here. They think that they're going to be able to barter and do all these things. They thought this and that, but every situation is different again. Grit down, EMP, lights out, glitching, their attacks, whatever. That's all survivable a different way. But if they release this, if they release the next one, the real one, as I put it, it's what this whole thing was for. Until it happens, it's what this whole thing was planned for. Is the real one. Until that 666 vaccine, the Bill Gates has sitting on the shelf, they closed in the dark, luciferase, patented, is used, it ain't happened yet. It's coming. It's all right in front of you. It's not a fairy tale. It's not a conspiracy. It's real. By the same people who pulled off Event 211 and all this other crap before. It's done it all. It's done it all. We're getting closer, man. That's the one I don't like. Now look, say it's not that. Say, I don't know, just over time, the way things are going, it just seems that drone attacks are going to pick up here big time. It makes me think of the Obama movie. And what were they doing? Dropping the leaflets and basically showing you it's Iran. That's what they did. That's what they did. It's not... They did it. So it's like, expect it. So, look, we got to learn some lessons here. Or at least get it in your... at least get the knowledge. You guys, someone's going to have to share this with someone. Like, everyone's sleeping. This is for, like, the people that are going to survive. When drones start coming down, you're going to have to start doing right here, like, stuff like this. Putting up netting over all your roads. And do the whole town like that. So you got to get some guys out there. You got to learn how to do it. Get the stuff. and you're going to have to do it. It's the only way you're going to be able to travel once this thing gets really bad. Yeah, certain cities. Now, I would see here in America, I'm just going to put the odds out there for like border towns would see this, or I'm going to say the first. I don't know for sure, but just looking at what's already happened, I mean, right there on the front lines, they're going to, I don't know, send a drone over from Mexico. It's going to hit a border town, right? A road along it. That's where they're going to start having to do this. It's where it's going to have to begin. I mean, they're down there with the freaking laser right now, left and right, like trying to shoot stuff out of the sky. We're lied to left and right. Oh, let's not forget, swarms of mystery drones just popped back up over the country, over our biggest nuke base, nuclear bomber facility in Louisiana. Not once, but many times. Waves that they could not catch or take down. That's highly concerning. Yeah, those are a whole different breed. Those are almost like the Jersey drones, but these don't have the FAA lights on them. They're not saying they're ours. There's something like, I don't know, there's something major going to pop off with these drones. I can feel it. Just like the Obama movie. It's going to be an onslaught. People are lackadaisical, dude. We are in a freaking war right now. And the enemy is swearing to high heaven that they're going to attack us. They're going to attack us here. They're going to hit. They've told you to stay out of banks, like physically, because they're targets. Trump and them keep coming out and lying, saying, oh, this and that. Every single time they come out and say that we're in talks, this and that, Iran returns openly because they got social media, they got cameras, and they go open like a minute after he puts his stuff out, like you're a liar. And they're ready. They have been dropping clips, attacking him and like threatening Netanyahu. I seen one earlier. It's AI, obviously, but it shows Trump sitting in a war room. He's talking to Netanyahu, and Netanyahu's like on a wall or on a TV screen talking to him. But then he gets bombed, and Trump flips out, and all this. So they're firing back with subliminals. That's for sure. But they did a simulation. And when they ran the simulation showed that our grid will go down quick off these drones. Lightning quick, lights out. I look over at my board and it said I just so happened to look over and I looked right over where it says lights out. Wrote it a long time ago. So, Epstein files. Let's take a stroll down memory lane, shall we? Let's get caught up to speed with some of the biggest stuff thus far. And you may not know some of this, but there's some big stuff here. Let me, hold on 1 second here. At 9:09. I always look down and see those. Get a refresh here on the YouTube. Also, I'm not looking at the chat over on D Live tonight, but a much love to everybody over there. And there it finally goes. I'm gonna make sure I got a good refresh here for the rest of the stream. Check the chat real quick. Much love, everyone out there. I see you, Hoodie Ross. All right. Kenzo, X, Amara, Quantum, Sherry, everybody, Sheepdog, much love. No notification. Yeah. Well, thanks for letting me know. Thanks for the notification. That's the life of a real truther. Yeah. So, Epstein. I'm not going to even say the S word there. And we all know I'm not even going to touch on any of that. But what I want to bring up here is they are, through TMZ, the same TMZ whose owner is in the Epstein files. What a contradiction there. Okay, they release newly surfaced surveillance footage from the night of Epstein's death, and it shows prison guards hanging out just steps away, as you can see right there. It's frozen from his cell in the time frame right around when he's supposed to have died. And they're like, hold on. So, and we knew there was missing footage, a ton of it. They sucked at what they did. And then they like missed that way out in the background. You could see like someone coming down the steps in yellow garment or in orange garments, which we saw way back when they first released it. They didn't pick it up, and make headlines on that till like later. Like we saw it like right out the gate. And we were asking the obvious, where's like show him being pulled out. Like they were keeping everything at that point. So we're to keep going here. The body swap theory. Some are looking at that as being quite possible. The reason being is not just maybe what you think. And I'm going to tell you why. Everybody's got a medical history. Right? You got a trail of things that happen to you. There's also things that like can identify you on your body, like tattoos, birthmarks, scars, things like that. Big time things like having a kidney removed that's on record is there. And it's there, throughout all kinds of records, your medical history. And if you die and they got you supposedly on the table and they do an autopsy, and in the end, both kidneys are checked off to being there and being fine. And that's not what happened here, but I'm giving you an example. We got a problem though. There's a kidney there that shouldn't be there. Well, when it comes to Epstein, he had no prostate. And the body had a prostate. And this is where things start to get super interesting. Where known things, and they even dive into it, the armband tattoo that he had, barbed wire, this and that, things that should have been on a body, features and all this other stuff that are not matching up. So in the Epstein files itself, he is caught talking many times in emails about the fact that he had his prostate removed, and was looking for treatments and all this other stuff. It's like it's not hidden at all. Like it's there. You can find it. So not just that, this one example. I'm just trying to give you, I don't want to have to go on and on and on, but just imagine all the other things he's got on file of medical history that were not there. They do not match. The bodies don't match. And this is why. I'm telling you why. So when you hear of something, it's not just because of images like this, where someone's like, oh, the ears don't match, or the nose, and this and that, which they could look different. It could be different visually. But we're going with medical examiner evidence and everything else of a body. What they're saying was there on the body, on whatever body they inspected. And when they're checking things off that actually, like, what, like you just checked off something like you shouldn't have, raises flags. And that's what people are saying. They're like, man, it's like a whole different body. Okay, so then you have the jail surveillance hard drives and destruction of evidence they've been busted with. Again, the tattoo question. Then, and this is some really crazy stuff here. You've got the Fortnite stuff. Now, it might not sound like much, but I'm telling you now that all this is adding up, it's starting to look kind of crazy, because what I don't have here, but I remember and we covered, was there was money in an account that only he could move. It was only in his name, and it was freaking moved after his supposed death. It was moved. Okay, now this is crazy here. Is Fortnite gonna bust him up? His Fortnite account, the username was Little Saint Jeff 1. You could see it right there on the screen. It matches an email listed in the Epstein files. Yep. It also appears as the username on his YouTube account. After people looked it up and looked at the account status, it appeared to be actively used from Tel Aviv. Fortnite removed the account from the online tracking, thinking they were slick, and they covered it up. But people are hip. People ain't stupid. Then they issued a statement saying that it was a ruse. It was all a lie and a ruse. And it was actually another player who changed the username to match Epstein's. Right? However, Fortnite's player community noted that there was a problem with this explanation, because when people change their username on the platform, you can see the previous usernames. That account showed no prior name. That community note was later removed from X. It goes on and on and on here about more details. Like, this is like smoking gun. Again, the secret bank account talks right there. Virgin Islands, transferred only in his name. Only he could have. And yeah, that drone shot before all that, like, that looked like him right there, man. Whether that was him or not, all these other clues point to something crazy's going on with this whole thing. I just ran through it. Accounts transferring millions, accounts connected to him, official accounts being used from Tel Aviv. Yeah. I tell you what, it speaks for itself, in my opinion. So, not gonna. Much love, MC. Jay from the Phil. Moving on, we've got 450 TSA agents quitting during the shutdown. This isn't good for security. We're already like crippled. Not good. Listen to this. The Philadelphia DA, Larry Krasner, threatens ICE agents here. Listen to what he says.
I will put you in handcuffs, and I will put you in a courtroom, And if necessary, I will put you in a jail cell. If you decide to make the terrazzo floor of this airport anything like what you did in the streets of Minneapolis, which involved the criminal homicide of unarmed, innocent people. We are not having that here. But let me go back to all ICE agents who are going to keep their oath, who are going to follow the law and uphold the Constitution of the United States. Thank you for keeping your oath. To any agent who might think about doing it an illegal way, I'll be seeing you in court, and you're not going to like it.
So those are the threats he's throwing out there, Twilight. Much love. Much love, everybody out there. So Democrats, look, it's a left-right paradigm. That's for sure. But let's just get some facts straight. In all my time out here, I've seen that when it comes to gun grabbing, it comes in the most tyrannical form from the Dems. It always has, and it still does. I mean, just look around you. Look at the examples I just gave out of Virginia. The tyrannical stuff going on there, and tyrannical stuff that is blowing up. Like they're pushing stuff. That man, I feel for my people there because, or anywhere, but you got to rise. And look, I went down there and stood with my people in Virginia at the courthouse. It was crazy. It was one of the craziest courthouse rallies I ever been to because not only was it loaded and high energy and just packed, but they brought a guillotine up and sat it there right at the front gate and left it sitting. It's like a statement. And that was a moment, man. But you know, in Virginia, you can't go up into the courthouse or on the grounds with a gun, even if you're, you know, licensed or could legally, constitutionally do so. You would think. Every state's different, but I say that because when it comes down to the Democrat Republican stuff down here, you just remember Trump put on books everything against Antifa, executive orders. If Dems get in there, they're going after the other side. They're going after right-leaning Trump voters, not just MAGA. Trump voters. And when they steal or they get for the voter rolls, they know what everyone voted for. It's over. And like most people that like go to the post office, whatever, I don't know. It's one of those departments. They ask you who you voted for, this and that. It's like none of your business. Like you don't need to put it, like if you're going to get a ID or something, driver's license or something, they want to know who you voted for, what you Republican, Democrat, or this, that. It's like nothing. Like it's none of your business because they're just wanting to put you into a database. Once you're in that database, you can be attacked by the other side. And listen, that's real talk because growing up, I had family members that openly had said that part of tactics in their neck of the woods to fight against the other side was voting, going or being registered as one thing, but then going in there and voting for something else. I don't know. The whole voting thing is a sham to me at this point, but my point is that the Dems, given the power, they will be the ones to try to go hard to take your guns. You just don't forget that. People are going to have to rise. You're going to have to flex. And ironically enough, the Democrats just flipped Trump's Mar-a-Lago district in Florida. I mean, are you kidding me? Like for him, his own spot, his own district right there. Like what? He talks about all this crap. He threatens all these people. He's going to primary them and all this. And like they flip it right there in his own Mar-a-Lago district. That's, I, I don't even know what to say. Like if it stays at this pace, it's going to flip and swing back. The pendulum's going to swing back the whole other way. And who knows? Trump could really make it go that way by doing a whole bunch of stuff here that people don't like. And I think he was meant to do it. He was meant for this moment. It didn't matter to him at this point. Because he knows it's what he signed up for. They try to decorate him with all these accolades, but whatever. He's bombed more countries in like a year than any other president. And I don't know, man. I don't know what they're gonna do with this Iran thing. It's got the potential, if they drag it out. When I hear the energy lockdown things, I'm like, why would they miss that? Why would they? But they are already doing this in other places. Oh yeah, I got a clip I'm gonna show here in a minute on the feed, on my X feed. This is a big one. The U.S. Army raises its enlistment age to 42. What? From 35 to 40, a full 7 years? What? That's my peoples are tripping on this. They are tripping. Like, there's no way. And they scrapped the restriction tied to marijuana-related offenses because they know, like, a ton of... Look, they're trying to suck everyone up in a vacuum here, dude. This is a warning. Are you kidding me? Dude, this is nuts. This is nuts. Look, if something crazy was to happen and they were like, look, we're going to have to, like, draft people up. Straight up. Now it's cats all the way up to 42. It's going to be in this. Like, it just, it hits bad here. Like, this isn't good, man. Like, why? Like, what's about to happen? Dropping the marijuana-related offenses. Like, dude, they're about to put a vacuum to the people here. For war. For what? For what? I'm telling you better watch out. There's some of you out there in this age range. They may look at you as healthy stock. And let me tell you something. These animals, if, I don't know, maybe it start hitting home now and people start paying attention. These same animals, right, over in Ukraine, they've been kidnapping people and sending them to the front lines. They don't want to go. Ukrainians don't want to go. They don't want to die. They're kidnapping them and sending them off to die every day. Can you imagine if a front breaks loose here in America? Something, I don't know, southern border, all by design, of course. Huh? This bad to add 7 years to it is not, and knock off all the weed charges is just nuts, dude. That tells me they're coming for everybody, man. And it is. It is. You know it, dude. Guys, this is nuts. It's totally nuts. They just openly just told you, like, everyone's so docile, though, man. Maybe they'll fight back if like they get the call. They're told, like, you got to go, and like everyone's get back. The hell I am. Well, like, dude, you're gonna find out the hard way. they're gonna start doing. They would start doing exactly what you've seen them doing in Ukraine. They would start to snatching the person up, like, yeah, you're coming with us. Like they'll say it's arrest anyway because you're arrested, and or whatever. And dude, it's kidnap and off to people's deaths. I'm telling you, man, you're not gonna be able to sleep on this much longer. They're bringing it to us. I told you before, you better get ready for right here. You better get ready for war right here on the home front. For real. The whole drone thing we talked about, you better learn how to take down drones, how to protect your home and your roadways and your life from these things, because it's going to be a part of everyday life moving forward. And it's going to evolve. It's just getting started. It's the crazy thing. You got to remember, man, Trump on day one of this administration, he said we were in a state of emergency. It's a pretty big statement. What for? Because he said the cartels. He waited way over a whole year before they did anything on the cartels and down there. And it really hasn't even really begun. Hasn't. I'm talking like the war, full scale, like it's going down, like they're bombing and striking. So a lot of the attention's on Iran. We know this. And again, look, Iran refuses to talk with Trump. He says they're backstabbers. They actually say this: the heck with Witkoff, the heck with Kushner. Give us J.D. Vance because he acts like he don't want war. Huh, really? They say Vance is preferred. It's crazy. But yeah, they don't. I mean, these guys are all Mossad and Zio all the way anyway. So, Iran also saying tonight, as I see it, that the strait is open to anyone that wants to talk to them and get on the list, that for all commercial vessels, it's open. But other reports are saying that they're trying to charge like a fee. And they've put conditions out for ending the war, but I don't see none of that. None of them happening. I don't see none of this happening. Like both sides come out with talk of, oh, we're going to do this, got to do that. Just none of it. It's not realistic. None of it. Like Iran expects the U.S. to take all troops out of all bases across the Middle East. Never going to happen. See? And we're just starting with one. It's never going to happen. Never, ever, ever. And just right there alone. Oh, then behind it, they want the United States to pay for all damages from all their bombs and pay for all reparations and all this craziness. It's like, man, just get out of here. This is never going to work. Like, that's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. So, like, this is not going to end soon. There's no peace in sight. It doesn't matter if Trump pulls all of our troops out of there, says we won like he just did. Right here, he says we won, so surrender. They're like, screw you. He wants to say we won so we could turn around like he just did with one of our big ships, and he's got it already heading out of there. So that ain't going to work. That's not going to work. We're going to get hit in that case. Like, they're like sitting there full scale, like still popping off videos, threats, everything. Like, look, we're going to get you. We're going to kill you. Blah, blah, blah. And their missiles can clearly hit Europe. They can get up in there. They can hit the UK, London, all that. it's got to go over a lot of stuff to get there. And the likelihood is very low, but a lot of bases and defenses that should shoot it down. But hey, hypersonics, man, the hypersonics that they were shooting into Tel Aviv, like, man, you get them things up into space and they're coming down like Mach whatever, like lightning. You ain't stopping it. What's this say? Trump making heavy preps for the use of ground troops in Iran. So let me say this. There are Marines on their way there now. They're scheduled to get there Friday. Trump extended his deadline to Friday. So as soon as the markets close, as soon as the deadline expires, the Marines hit this weekend. And let me tell you, they're not there to picnic. All eyes are on Karg Island, which is a huge island that controls a massive amount of oil flow. Let me tell you. Right? Trump said tonight that Iran has gifted the U.S. a massive reserve of minerals, which he did not say what it was. I'm waiting to see the headline of what that was, what he meant. And the Pentagon orders 3,000 82nd Airborne soldiers to the Middle East right there. You've got Marines, 82nd Airborne, the whole nine out there. So all the signs are there that, look, it's just within hours. An update on Cuba. Cuba has a lot of protests and rallies going on right now. It may go down in Cuba next. It looks like it. Looks like attention may move there because the leadership's kind of barking at Trump saying F you. So we got a warship heading back this way, and they're saying that it's specifically going to be coming to like right there to sit right outside of Cuba. So, okay. We have a Russian-linked arms trafficker got hit by Israel. This is directly pulling Israel into the confrontation with Russia, like hitting Russian assets. And Russia warned Israel that if you dare hit Iran with a nuke or the nuclear stuff and make a nuclear accident, we will hit you with a nuke. Basically, that was the warning. So, India is buying off of Russia, so they're liking it this whole time. Right there, that deal. And you can see right there, Israel seeks to disrupt Russian-Iranian arm transfer. They struck stuff in the Caspian as well. So, like, they're stepping up front, like Russia. They're like expanding this war, man, out of Ukraine and making it clear, the sides here, that Russia's clearly over there with Iran, and Israel says the hell with both of them at this point. That's where they're taking it right now. Mariachi, thank you for the coffee. Can't thank you enough for the support. On the other hand, Russia says, okay, we're going to turn around, we're going to pound Ukraine with the biggest one-day drone blitz of the entire war, this whole time, all these years. Massive. And it's these Shahed drones that are like triangular. You've seen them. I'm telling you, it's the Iranian drones. Type of, This way, when people start seeing them specific, it's going to be a psychological thing of terror in this country, because when you see the Shahed drones, that's what they are. That's what it's all connected to subliminally. People are going to be like, oh my gosh, it's them. So I don't know if it's going to be them every time. The U.S. has got a bunch of copycats that look just like them, so watch out. They could be down there in the bush launching them. So China signals support for Pakistan to offer peace talks between Iran and the U.S. We'll see what happens. Oh, and let me take us down to spring break. I just want to show you where the youth and the mindset of the youth is right now. This is the youth that need to know the truth in all this, and there's a chance, but it's all about where you put your attention, right? But I'm gonna roll this clip, and you can just see how bad a shape this country's in.
What college you guys go to?
UTC. FAU.
Sacred Heart University.
Ohio State.
Spring break 2026. What is the game plan?
Drinking. Blackout with my rack out.
If my mom is watching, I'm sorry, Mom, but I've been getting pretty drunk almost every day.
Hook up with some girls, get with as many girls as we can, and not come back with an STD.
Wake out with one person each night, that's it.
So how many guys have you made out with this week?
I've been here for about 10 days. So 10.
What were their names?
I don't remember.
Name one.
Name me one. Name me one.
What is the craziest thing you've seen at spring break?
Not that crazy. I've seen people do like cocaine off of boobs. I saw a girl like black out on the street. That was pretty exciting. Sunday mimosa drag races.
You see that guy take his pants off in the middle of the club?
There's a lot of famous people down here.
Have you seen Johnny Belisario?
What?
Never mind.
Okay.
What is the wildest thing you've done down here?
Got with somebody the first night that I came down here.
Pole dancing.
2 days ago.
Stripping naked, getting in the water. You gotta say. What'd you do? You went something crazy. On the strip? Honestly. All right, on the strip? No, we had this.
Okay, that wasn't public, but yeah, okay. That's.
What issue facing America is the most important to you?
What bikini I'm gonna wear next? Obesity is terrible.
Ice. Not personally. I'm legal.
Getting a tan on the beach. That's the most important thing in my life right now.
I'm thinking about Starbucks, to be honest.
I want you to see this Ayatollah
what I'm
part.
gonna get for today.
The elevators don't work. You got 43 floors. The elevators don't work.
I could take this little glass of water, drop it in the magnets. That's the end of the elevator.
What have you heard that Donald Trump has been doing recently?
Gulf of America. That's the last thing I kept up with.
We're going to war with Iraq. That's been crazy.
What do you do in Colombia? You got Maduro out? I don't with Trump, but that done.
He's like trying to sue those people for making jokes about him.
600 times!
You must be happy.
I'm very happy.
The Ayatollah's dead.
I'm so... What? Who? What? What is that?
Who the is Ayatollah?
I've never heard that word in my life.
Louis, what's Ayatollah?
I haven't heard. I found out about Chuck Norris yesterday. That was more devastating to me.
He was the supreme leader of Iran.
He's dead?
Oh, yeah.
We killed him.
You did? You killed him?
Johnny.
Whoa. If you were in charge, how would you take on Iran?
Yeah, all my girls and we would all start putting belts on them.
We get a bunch of girls in bikinis, we make them run across the battlefield. All the guys are distracted. We all run in.
Look at him in his eyes, I guess. Flirt with him.
I'd blow him up.
I don't know enough about it, but I would probably wipe it out.
Drop a bomb. Baby, bomb the out of him.
I would bomb the out of him.
What have you heard about Venezuela?
That see, she repeated what she's seen on social media, that exact clip of Trump. That's why I put it right there. That was what she was regurgitating out right there, the exact clip of him saying that. So a lot of these people didn't even their reaction to like they're genuine the genuine look on their face of like, what, when he says the Ayatollah, it's like a word they never heard before. like they looked at it and seen an exotic creature for the first time or something. They were like, what? Oh, like all of them. Oh man, this is I can't believe I'm laughing, but I gotta do something. What am I to cry? Get pissed off and punch the screen. Like this is our youth. Maybe we should start targeting spring break with like a bullhorn and like a tactic to like hit them with truths. Like somehow. Yeah, I don't even think it's possible. I don't know. Some of these people down there. They're down there for one thing only, as you can see. But it's just the fact that they don't even have a grasp on anything that's going on. Like, don't you think it's that scary that like if a huge attack happens, like, and people die for real in it, like I said, jihadists right now because they're pissed the Ayatollah's killed. And they come and they take out a beach full of people on a sunny day. And don't think it can't happen. It happens down in Brazil and all places like that, like all the time. Dudes roll up with guns on jet skis, rob people on the beach, take off, or mow people down if they have to, whatever. Like if a terror event went down, large scale, these people wouldn't even understand why. They wouldn't even understand why. You know, so they've missed it. It's all been right out here, but they're oblivious to it. All right, I'm going to end here with these links with the story on the UFO gatekeeper. Now, I've covered this many times, but here's brought back up again. And he's still missing. So I'm going to play this clip from Waters, and then we'll dive into the X feed.
Police are searching for a retired Air Force general who vanished in New Mexico. William McCaslin went missing last month. Members of Congress are warning this could be a national security issue. The general was involved with the Pentagon's most advanced aerospace research. He oversaw a classified space weapons program. McCaslin was in charge of the Air Force Research Lab at a base in Ohio. It's rumored that base holds extraterrestrial debris from the Roswell crash site. The general was tied in with the UFO community. A source told the New York Post the general was a gatekeeper for anything UFO related in the Air Force. He retired due to mental fog, but investigators say he's still highly intelligent and capable. McCaslin was an avid hiker. His wife last saw him leaving with a backpack and a .38 revolver. No phone, no glasses. He disappeared 6 days right after Trump announced he was releasing the UFO files. And he's not the only one. 8 months before the general vanished, a rocket scientist who worked under him years ago also went missing. She was hiking in California with 2 other people. They saw her smiling and waving 30 feet behind them. When they turned back again, she was gone, vanished in plain sight. They searched for days and couldn't find any trace of her. This is a very, very strange situation. And 11 days before the general disappeared, another scientist was shot dead on his porch. Carl Grillmar was known for discovering signs of water on a distant planet. And he was gunned down in California. Freddie Snyder was later charged with his murder. He has a rap sheet, but was let out of jail by a Newsom-appointed judge weeks before he allegedly killed the scientist. We still don't know his motive. And we don't know if these cases are even connected. But this many top scientists getting killed or going missing in just under a year looks like a major red flag. Police are searching for a retired air...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a major red flag, what you say? Like, I mean, come on. He's still missing, this guy? Come on, man. This is crazy. I'm telling you, like, somebody's, I don't know if he's alive or dead or alive, but with someone like him, it's all about the information that he knows, It's the classic, if you've seen it in the movie, someone's going to kidnap you. There's like, it's not about money. It's not about nothing like that. It's about the information. And like, you basically be put in a torture chair, right? And they're going to ask questions and they're going to want to get as much information as possible. And thank you, Quantum, for the super chat. Depending on, the situation, depending on everything, the people, if they're just straight killers or not, a lot of different things here, man. In the end, it always benefits. I mean, if you're looking to evade trouble in the end, taking the life of someone, but oftentimes someone thinks it's the easier way out, to kill the person and just get rid of the body and just let it remain a mystery forever. Like, if they dump his body somewhere in the jungles of Mexico, you ain't never gonna find or hear or know about it, like forever. Not in this day and age, anyway. But what I don't know. There's a couple different tactics. You can sit there and whip and beat the crap out of somebody to extract as much as possible and like put them out, or this is not always a quick process. If you've got someone that's genuinely got this kind of information, it may take time to work them. Okay? And even when the information starts flowing, think about it. This man has stories for days. Are you kidding me? Talk for days on this stuff. Like, of the craziest stuff ever. Right? Connected to UFOs, aliens, all this stuff. So, this guy I could see being held somewhere in a constant ongoing kind of process of extraction. All right, gonna jump over to the feed here. If I can get it to pull up. And we'll go over a few things here before we shut it down. Again, thank you to everybody out there that shares the stream. All right, here's one. South Korea just mandated driving restrictions based on license plate numbers. And this is what I'm telling you. If you haven't seen this playbook before, it's straight out of the 70s oil crisis. That was before my time, but apparently it's well documented. People see it. They know it. They know the pattern. They said starting Wednesday, all public sector employees in South Korea will be banned from driving 1 day per week. So you see how it begins and happens? Yeah. So the Pentagon, for the first time in decades, has no plan to release a global posture review of troop placement. Of course not. They don't want to give away or say anything about nothing. They're in active war right now. What's this one say? No fuel, no food. This is what's next. This is a farmer in Australia, and there's all kinds of people down there that can't get gas. They're flipping out. They're flipping out. I mean, it's hitting there hard. Australia, just wait till it hits here, America. Like it's hitting there hard. People think we can't be touched, but I'm telling you, this could check out to be a rough year, man. Depending on where you're at. All right, what is this? A-10 warthogs and Apaches enter the fight in Hormuz. So all this, it's slowing down, coming to an end, all this stuff. No. We've got Marines on the way. And all this new stuff there. So and these guys, look at this clip. They found where Jeffrey Epstein's plane, the Lolita Express, is being housed. They snuck into it. They got the paperwork, manuscripts, all the stuff. It's all right here. It's crazy. The footage is on my X. Make sure to follow me. A whole bunch of random USBs. Makes me wonder if they took any. I mean, are you kidding me? Random USBs inside there. Wow. Like, you talk about those guys went and they did crazy, man. Oh, then Iran drops an AI video that's playing right here. And it shows, it's nuts. It shows even Epstein Island in it. It shows them bombing the Statue of Liberty. They're all looking up at a missile. Look, there's a little girl outside of Epstein Island. There's Iran. There's Soleimani. There's a Ayatollah. Here comes the missile down. And it hits the Statue of Liberty that had the head of a bull. You see what they've done? They are putting out propaganda just like that, showing attacking openly. Yeah, so already covered that. If you guys have been hearing any of these mystery hums, let me know. Let me know in the comments, whatnot. Certain residents out there hear hums. Some people hear booms. And I will say this, the huge explosion that took place in Port Arthur, Texas, it looks more and more like it was some kind of staged event, an attack. They haven't come out and said officially, but a lot of the evidence is pointing that way. And here's something that's eerie. The guy that crashed, the LaGuardia Airport pilot that died hitting the truck, had a chilling premonition of it happening. Just months before, he begged them to do something. That's so sad, man. He had the premonition, begged them to do something, and it still happened. There. And RIP again to them. And there's been a ton of these meteors. If you guys see anything, let me know as well. Go over here and check the chat before we close it down. Much love. Tacos, man, over there on the PayPal. Appreciate it. Susie, thank you for the coffees. Again, thank you, Moretto. And a much love, everybody. Check the chat here. Look to shut it down here, top of the hour. Yeah, I appreciate you guys joining. Again, it wasn't going to be a super long one here tonight, but we got it in. I'll be back here on Friday. That's the plan, God willing. And yeah, I appreciate all the prayers, all the love, all of it to the fullest. As I always say, if the Lord doesn't return in the coming days, I'll see you here next time for some Underground World News Live. And yeah. Miss Brady, Ava, arrest Fauci. Much love. Yeah, I'm still looking for answers, man. Still looking for answers. Much love, Kenzo. God bless all y'all. Let's go. Yeah. Fire and flame, crown jewels. I see you, Pixie. Special shout out to Jay from the Ville, member for 17 months of the Underground. And brother, thank you for those prayers so much. It all means so much. Much love, legendary Eon. Everybody, pure bloods, it's time to rise up. We got some fire coming your way, some new songs. Stay tuned. They're locked in. I just gotta get the videos knocked out. That's it.